Welcome to Can We Talk Community Forum. I'm Donna Herring, the host. I will be discussing tonight about domestic violence, what is abuse, and I will move along in what type of problems can occur with that in other areas after giving the understanding what is abuse. One, abuse can be verbal abuse, emotional abuse in relationships, sexual abuse, physical abuse, financial and resource abuse. This can be in a relationship, someone meeting a boyfriend way may not be turned out to be the right person or wrong things. They didn't get to find out more about the person, but they just got involved with that relationship before they got to know the person enough to know what would happen or not. Same, same with women's, can be that way with men's. And so I will further give what this is tonight. So, what is abuse? Abuse definition is a pattern of physical and emotional violence and coercive behaviors that one person used to exercise power and control over another. Abusers may use verbal insults, emotional abuse, financial and deprivation, uh, uh, threats, and are either sexual, physical violence as is ways to dominate their partners and get their way. Here are some examples of abusive behaviors. If you notice any of this in your relationships with someone you just met, haven't been with them long, less than a month, two, three, five, six, seven, eight, or a year, or whatever, it could be longer, and it start coming out. You know it's time to get help or step back from it and be safe not to let them know where you at to avoid these repeated abuses. Verbal abuse is yelling, name calling, threatening to hurt or kill, degrading women in general, criticizing appearance, belittling accomplishment, constant blaming. Emotional abuse is apologizing and making false promises to end the abuse and offering false hope. Isolating from others in emotional abuse, ridiculing, criticizing, blaming, ignoring, withholding affection, abusing pets, accusing of affairs, monitoring conversations, making account for time, embarrassing in front of others, undermining authority with children, constant phone calls, financial resource abuse is taking or breaking phone, controlling money, bank accounts, withholding financial information, making account for expenditures, withholding child support, destroying property, taking or disabling car, taking keys or purse, quitting or losing jobs, running up debts, and sabotaging work at school. Sexual abuse is constantly sexual demands, voicing unwanted sexual acts, insisting on unwanted and uncomfortable touching, committing rape or incest, voicing sadistic sexual acts, making demeaning sexual remarks, forcing family members to see pornography materials, calling fat, ugly, no good in bed, wanting sex after abuse, forcing to have sex with others, forcing pregnancy or abortion. Physical abuse is holding down, hair pulling, poking, grabbing, pushing, shoving, looking in or out of the house, subjecting or reckless driving, refusing to help when sick or injured, kicking, biting, choking, strangling, burning, throwing or hitting with objects using a knife or a gun. We know information is powerful. More on this domestic violence in giving out more in it than telling what abuse was in that part. This part it comes to anger is a signal that a boundary has been crossed. Family violence is defined as physical, psychological, emotional, sexual, verbal, and economic abuse of children, adults, or elders by a family member, intimate partner, or caregiver to attain power and control over their victims. Although much of this conversation will be centered around the abuse which occurs between intimate partners, it is necessary to mention that the elimination of any uh, assaultive and threatening behaviors is essential for building and maintaining healthy relationships. The Center of Disease Control define intimate partner violence as a serious preventable public health problem that affects millions of Americans. An estimate that 3 to 4 million women in the United States are battered each year by their partners. No statistics are available to men who are battered. The abuse affects every member of the family, specifically the positive growth and development of children. Believing our growth and development are learned traits. Do we consider the next generation of abusers and victims? In homes where domestic violence occurs, children are seriously abused or neglected at a rate of 1,500% higher than national average in the general population. Between 2 and 3 and 10 million children are witnesses to family violence. Based on an estimate of 2 children or household in 55% violent homes, at least 3.3 million children in the U.S. are at risk witnessing. Children who witness or experiencing domestic violence may act out against others, have difficult paying attention and concentrating, become too aggressive doing play, have low self-esteem, maintain a feeling of guilt for violence they witness or experience, become extremely introverted without friends or social interaction, and define relationships according to what they see in their own family. Being your own man does not mean taking advantage of anyone else. Alexander Dumas Philo once said, "Love without self esteem cannot go far or reach high. It is an angel with only one wing." When a woman or man is abused, they lose part of themselves. He or she feels as though they are controlled, they don't have control over their life. The decision about their treatment of others based solely on how they abuse would react. The feeling of guilt causes them to feel self blame, helplessness, and isolation from family, friends, decreases their self esteem, and even and not having much love for themselves. Some people, not all, in that way. Even though there are no way identifiers an abuser, there are some characteristics which may signal an abuse personality. Here are some: the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde personality of a loving and kind partner in the public. Privately, he is extremely abusive. Privately, someone who is extremely jealous of their partner relationship with friends and family members, and sometimes even their children. Emotional dependency, which is sensitive to criticism, difficult to please, and emotional dependent on their victim for reassurance of their commitment and gratification for the abuse being a part of their life. And abusers usually adheres a rigid gender roles or the dominance of a traditional male role. He or she may blame other people or circumstance for their behaviors and problems. Hold others to unrealistic expectations or value to their victim or inflicting physical harm. Abusers may use anger to get what they want through verbal abuse, threats, or violence, breaking or destroying objects of value to the victim or inflicting physical harm. Intimate partner violence has an impact on society as a whole. As a society, we can work together, eliminate the violence in our lives, conversation and inclusive dialogue, confronting spectrums of abuse behavior, be it hidden or obvious, can bring about positive change. If any of these behaviors you see in a party you with, women's to men's, or even teenagers, you need to go to someone and report, get help, leave right away so you don't be in worse off situation you think is love as you see the behaviors in the way of up and down. Domestic is not healthy, safe, is at risk. If you've seen this go on for some time, even though we call it love to keep someone we want, even though it ain't comfortable in the relation, it's time to let it go. Get help and go. Don't tell the person where you at. Be in safety for you and your children, and trust God. He'll bring you over, and prayerfully the other party, he'll get help to bring them whole from what they've been through and doing others the way they've been through or need the help. I'm Donna Herring, the host over Can We Talk Community Forum. These are some things people lack in reaching out, and they stay in it for love, and neither one or the other lose their life, or they either get injured, one or something like that. It's not healthy to be in that relationship. That's a warning to let it go or get it free. Let God break the yokes. I hope this helps someone to consider your relationship. Seeing signs like that is not healthy. It's time to get out, get help, get away, be free, stay healthy, keep your children safe, show love to them to know you didn't know, but your way of letting them know you love them is getting out of that relationship and being careful what you do the next time by making good decisions. We all come short. We all make come short and make areas of things we thought we knew till we got in it and discovered a bad matter. If you learn from it, you know not to repeat the same situations again. I'm Donna Herring, the host of Can We Talk Community Forum. I come to share information, informing people about things that ain't good to versus what they need to avoid to keep healthy and happy in their joy and avoid troubles by paying attention in everything you do in meeting someone, to knowing who they are besides their outer look and dress can appear, but be something different that you don't know as you go down in the road of relation. To next time, be encouraged with this to know what's right from wrong. Boy, pay attention, be prayerful and mindful. These things are not healthy if this is going on. Report it or get help. Avoid it or go. And be safe and not sorry. Till next time, hope this bless someone to know the difference and be careful what you make quick choice in before you know someone. Till next time, be blessed for more topics relates to people life issues or issues they need to know how to deal when they don't know or in something to get void or get out of. Be blessed till next time. Bye bye.